we are presenting to you the Biafran's able Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the able Prime Minister of the Biafra United States all over the world. Today's date is 4th of October 2024. His life once again to address the United States of Biafrans as he exposed the
You are saying it. You are wrong. You are the wrong person to say it. We supported Donald Trump because of that. And when he came on board, what happened? ISIS disappeared. Donald Trump dealt with them. And Obama policy, Obama structure for the Islamization was truncated by the policy of Trump. Many people don't. This I'm telling you today, please go back and reflect and see what I'm telling you. Everything was truncated by Donald Trump foreign policy. ISIS was wiped away. From Iraq to Afghanistan, Taliban, to Syria, everywhere was calm. And then they used media to destroy Donald Trump, just like they are trying to destroy me. They use media. Every media was against Donald Trump. They tell you he's sick, he's too flamboyant. Is it sickness? Is this flamboyant we are talking about? We are talking about the foreign policy that have restored peace globally. He went as far as even talking to the North Korea. He visited there. There was a process of restoring peace globally. And then Obama and their multinational corporation came back again and started campaigning for Joe Biden. We warned the Americans. They say it was not our business. What's our business in American politics? We warned them. That is what is to come. Today, all of them are crying. All of them are crying for Donald Trump. All of them are crying that Joe Biden is this and that. That is exactly what is going on today. Joe Biden administration funded Iran up to $6 billion or more than $6 billion. The same Iran is attacking Israel. The same America is defending Israel against Iran. What does that tell you? So if you ask a question about how America is funding Nigeria, it is kind of funny. Because these are people who have ulterior motive that only them know. And like I said, there is somebody behind the scene, and the person is Obama. Obama is Biden, Biden is Obama. So the question of what they do and give money or aid to these countries is just for formality. They turn around, use that money to fund the attack against the American people. And that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria today. The same American general came to the Sahel region. He was making comment about Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, ISWAP, that it is only in Nigeria that have been able to work together. And what they are looking for is to make Nigeria a safe haven so they can now begin to attack the West and America. And he said they are very sure that this is what they want to do, but they don't know when this particular attack is going to start. The same America today can watch how Hamas came to Nigeria, and a platform was given to the leader of Hamas, and the land has been allocated to them in the northern Nigeria to mine Californium to raise money to fight against Israel. The same America is watching Biafra, see how Biafra is going to do. Instead of them to arm us, we are not Islamic rebels. But you see, because we carry Bible like them, they will not arm us. Because we are peaceful like them, they will not arm us. They rather arm Taliban. They rather arm terrorists in Libya. They will arm rebel terrorists in Syria. But when it comes to Christians, they will never arm you. So what are they trying to let you know? They are trying to let you know that you must be radical before you can get the attention of the world. Go and ponder on what I have just said today. Have you seen them arming all Islamic rebels around the world? But when it comes to Christian rebels, if they call us rebels, because that's what they call us. When it comes to Christian separatists, they will let you to suffer. They will allow you to kill yourself for 30 years, like they did in Sudan. In Sudan, North and South Sudan, 30 years of fight before they now say, come and have your freedom. But when it comes to Islamic rebels, you will see America funding them. They did it to Taliban. Everybody knows the history of Taliban. It was to use Taliban to fight Russia. It failed. They have done it to Libya. It failed. They did it to Syria. It failed. But when it comes to Christians, us, we are Christians. We believe the same faith with America. We have the same constitution with America. We believe in human dignity with America. They will turn back on us. So, and the person engineering this current America policy is Obama, pro-Islamic state. Thank you.
Please, my Prime Minister, in 30 seconds, please, sir. I don't know if I can speak in 30 seconds. From what you just explained, sir, and I realize that America in secret is funding terrorists to take over people's land so that they can form alliance with these terrorists after the terrorists have conquered and take away the resources of the people. That is my understanding. But I want to say to America and Britain that no matter how thick the darkness is, it cannot overshadow the light. The light is the truth. And what makes you a powerful nation is your ability to defend the truth, not the amount of the weapons of war that you have. But if America has chosen under Joe Biden to turn their back against the truth, to turn their back against justice, this will mark the beginning of America and Britain's fall. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister, for the explanation. God bless you, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Rage and Fury. And I can feel the rage in you there. Thank you very much. We move, and I appreciate our Prime Minister. That was a very detailed explanation, and even the deaf could hear it. That packaged truth that cannot be covered. Thank you so much. And then we'll go very fast, please. 60 seconds to you, Mazi, Chine, Merem. Please quickly bring your question. 60 seconds.
Okay. Good evening, my Prime Minister of Biafra people. We greet you, sir. We are seeing your handwork, and thank you so much for standing up for this wonderful, for our wonderful brothers Israel. And I just want to ask you something, please. Can you please pardon us and tell that people that doesn't know the relationship between Biafra and Israel? Can you please share more light about the relationship between us? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. As everybody who may, or those who may not understand the relationship between us and Israel, we are the descendant of the Jews, and we are part of the Jews of Africa. A lot of people, a lot of researchers have actually said that Israel came from us, that the Jews came from us, and that we are the original Jews. So there has been a lot of research, and scholar opinion about Biafra, the descendant, the people of the gods. So we are, I would say, the original Jews. And having said that, during the time, even before the Biafra War, the state of Israel participated, although that time they played the double standard of supporting Biafra and at the same time supporting Israel. They're supporting Nigeria. And I wouldn't blame them, because they worked based on the information available to them as at that time. But now, a lot of secret is out. So they wouldn't do that double standard again. During the time of the Biafra-Nigeria war, over 50 Israeli Jewish organizations supported Biafra, because they have come to understand that indeed we are the people of God, the descendant of Jews, like you have them in Ethiopia. You know, it is only in Biafra land that Nigeria succeeded in ridiculing the Jews, the Biafra people. But in Ethiopia today, for example, they recognized the Ethiopian Jews. But Nigeria and Britain worked tirelessly to ridicule us before any person, before any government in the world. They ridiculed us. They told them very bad things about Biafra, and in quest to silence and block whoever that will wish to help Biafra to gain independence from Nigeria. So the war we are fighting is the most difficult, the most complicated, the most difficult task. And our freedom will come like no other freedom in the history of mankind. That's why we understand the complexity of fighting for our freedom to exit Nigeria. So, in a nutshell, the answer to your question, or to address the people, is that we, the Biafra people, are the people of Jews. And we are the descendant of Jews, and we are the black Jews, just like you have them in Ethiopia. And the Ethiopia Jews, for example, were recognized by the Israeli government, and they can travel to Israel without visa. They are treated just like them, one of them in Israel, but not the people of Biafra, because Nigeria and Britain made it possible to block that particular opportunity and possibility. But we are not going to give up. We know that in time to come, we are not going to look for them, they will look for us. Just like today, as this war is going on, we know that now it is just a technological war where the drone is doing its job. They are firing rockets and all that. But the time will come when they are going to need the ground troop. Biafra will offer them 15,000 men. It may even increase to show that we will never forget our root. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I'm so happy with your question. Thank you so much. And I'll say, talking about recognizing Jews in Ethiopia, I also want to tell you, sir, in Aguleri, I'm from Anamu, and I was born and brought up in Aguleri. In Aguleri, there is a place called Enugu Aguleri. That Enugu Aguleri is where Eri was buried. If you want to our listeners, go to Genesis chapter 46 verse 16. You will see where Bible mentioned Eri left Egypt. So let me not go far from that place. So every year in Aguleri we celebrate Eri Day. And in that day, Israel people used to come there. Some dwarf people used to do some rituals. And that place that Eri was buried, there is one tree that have three fruits. That is Trinity. That tree grow up where Eri was buried. Thank you, sir. If you want to investigate, go to Aguleri. You will see it there. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you very much. We know the Eri, and we know the people of God that are, the history is very rich there. But I'm not here to share the history of the Eri kingdom or Eri people in Aguleri and all that. Everybody knows that. But just for the people who don't understand why Biafrans are standing with Israel, we are not actually standing with Israel. We are standing for ourselves, because we and Israel are the same. So it is we were standing with Israel just because we found ourselves in different climes, different country, different zone. So standing with Israel is also standing for ourselves. We can never be wiped away and wiped out of the surface of the earth. Exterminating Israel, annihilating Israel is not the same as annihilating us. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Chinemere. Thank you so much. As you go back to listening, and we bring up national opinion. National opinion, your hand is up. Please, 60 seconds. Bring your question.
All right, greetings everyone. Greetings Mr. Simon Ekpa. Greetings, everyone on this space. I just wanted to ask a little question. You know, this situation on ground has been there for many years, and if you go to Mazen Nandekano's profile page, you are going to see that the flag of Israel is hoisted on his timeline. You know, to show you our collaboration and our togetherness with the people of Israel. So these attacks on Israel has come as a huge shock to us. So my question is, what is our defense mechanism right here in Nigeria? Because we are endangered. If you check last 2 weeks, there were reports of movement of the Shiites in Abuja. They were, protesting about the Palestine and the whole distance. So, what is our defense mechanism? What defense mechanisms do you think are in place for Biafrans in case of any impending danger? Because that's just I wanted to ask.
Of course, the defense mechanism is not what I'm going to share with you. It's an intelligence, a security question. But what I can assure you is that during the time that we're killing us, whenever there is issue with Israel and Palestine, then we do not have liberation army. We don't have arms to defend ourselves. So there is difference today. That's why you have not seen any record of somebody being killed, Biafra being killed in the north, or their businesses being burned. Because like I said, any day they do it this time around, we will divide Nigeria into two. We'll cut Nigeria, not divide. We'll cut it into two. And those who understand what I mean by cutting into two will understand me. Of course, not to ordinary person in Nigeria, they will not understand. But the military, the terrorist organization called military knows what I mean by cutting Nigeria into two. We will cut it into two to start with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PM. Thank you, National Opinion. We move. Please make your question very quick and brief. Mazi Chidera MNK, please bring your question up very quickly.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my PM. I greet you, sir. I want to say a very big thanks to you for coming up, to shed more light on what is happening. I just have a few questions to ask. We know that Biafra remains enviable to other countries, just like you have likely said. We are not going to deny who we are. So what I want to ask is that, what if this war escalates? How will it contribute towards gearing or redeclaration of Biafra? Will it going to help us in the declaration of Biafra? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Of course, everything worketh for good for them that love God. Have that answered your question?
I didn't hear you clearly. It breaks already.
I said definitely it is going to work for the good of Biafra, for the freedom of Biafra. Like Bible said, everything worketh for good for them that love God. And we are the people that love God. We are the people of God. Thank you. And also to the brother that asked question previously, that Mazen Nnamdi had an Israeli flag, that Mazen Nnamdi has an Israeli flag on his timeline. Yes, he does. He does have Israeli flag on his timeline, just like myself. If you go to my Twitter, to my X, you will know that the Star of David is there boldly. We're not hiding it. We're not shying away from it, from who we are. And in the Biafra flag today, you have the Star of David boldly in the center of the sun. And so, but when he was kidnapped from Kenya, the people whom were following him, or the people he surrounded himself with, what did they do? They started attacking Israel. That should tell you enough. A lot you need to know. The people whom he was fighting Biafra with, who was praising him when he was in Israel, when he appeared in Israel, they were praising him, praising Israel. Immediately he was captured because they believe they have done it all. That he will never come out again. What did they do? Today, they are supporting Palestine. They are now abusing Israel. The same people are telling you about Biafra. And that is to show to you those who your enemies within yourself. So think about it. Thank you.